Hello there, I'm Christine and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a demonstration of the cross spread, and this is a useful spread when you are in doubt of what to do or your client is in doubt of what to do. Well, I find it useful to throw some cards using this spread. It is not necessarily to blindly follow the advice of the cards, but to get a new perspective on a situation. So it can be twofold. And before I demonstrate this, I just wanted to quickly talk a little bit about my approach with this. To receive the best guidance from your cards, you need to be clear about what you're asking. If you're uncertain about the guidance, it will be unclear. So if you're uncertain about what you're asking, the guidance will be unclear. So take a minute to think about what you want and why you want it. And I recommend you use a journal. But I know not everyone likes journaling, that's okay. But when you write it down, you can just sort of go back over it. And so, for many readers I know, professional and otherwise, it's their gold. Your journals are gold because it can tell you where you were at that time in your life. It can be like, oh, I can't remember how I did that spread, I haven't used it for a while, and you flick back and you find it, and it's a handy tool for that. So it's got lots of good reasons for doing it. You can also, with this particular spread, and the way we're about to do it, is you can use it as reflection each day on what it is you want to do and achieve and how you're going to go about it. So if you think about your situation, what you want and why you want it, and in your journal I suggest you say, I am asking the cards for guidance about whether it's a good idea. Now, I'm going to use an example for this, and the example is it a good idea to pay for social media advertising for my readings, because this will help me attract more clients and earn money whilst I'm helping people with my skill of tarot reading. So as you can see in the parts of that, you're not only saying, well, I want to move to Spain, you're putting what will be the benefit of this moving to Spain and why you want it, or whatever it is you're asking. It doesn't matter what you're asking, I just grabbed that out of the air because this is something that crosses my mind at different times. And also what can help you with this, getting back to the question, is it a good idea for me to pay for social media advertising to advertise my readings, because this will help me attract more clients, earn money whilst helping people with my skill of tarot reading. It can also be helpful to visualize what that looks like. What does your typical day look like if you get this? How do you look doing this? How will you feel doing this? And it helps you get clear about what you really want, so the cards can be clear back to you. And that's the benefit of doing this and in the journal. And as I said earlier, depending what cards come up, sometimes you can use these, as I said, you can go back through your journal and you can reflect on it each day, what come up, and think, yes, this is how I'm going to do that. It's a reminder of, like, it becomes a plan. Or you can get some of the cards and put them on your fridge or your altar to sort of help you work like a talisman or a focusing tool of what it is you want and what it is you're wanting to achieve. Because tarot readings are not infallible. You have the free will and the ability to produce the outcomes you want. And it also can be changed. It's not set in stone. You can then review this reading, and once I said, if the benefit of it being in a journal and dated is you can go back and say, well, that was then, I need to review this because this and this is happening, and then you can ask more questions. So it can become almost like a life tool or even a business tool. It's up to you what you want to do with it. And as I said, having said about nothing set in stone, it's still, I always think, if I was planning an event, particularly an outdoor event, I would want a weather forecast. I think that would be helpful. So in this context, we're now going to look at the table and the cards, and I will demonstrate the reading. So I'll just change where we are to desk, and I'm going to be using my No-Blade deck. You can use this with any deck that you like. I'm using No-Blade today because I'm also working with a split deck, which I'll talk about briefly. I like to split the decks because I like of the majors. I do not put weight on majors over minors. They are just cards from my perspective. But I like the way the majors look at each other. Who's looking at who's doing what to who. So from that perspective, I often will split the deck for the ease of that, and then I will often put down clarifiers with the minor arcanas. I may extend the reading that as such, but we'll just see how this turns out. So, wonderful No-Blade deck by Jean-Claude Fourneroy. I hope I've pronounced that correctly, and you can always look this up. So let's move these ones out of the way, move that there. So getting back to our question, thinking about that, I've written it down, and it is a cross. So I like to shuffle my cards, and I'm going to cut my cards in 3, and I'm going to take it from the top. Okay, so I have been wondering what is the best way to use my skills and advertise my skills to, with the magician there, draw a crowd and get more clients, because the magician actually is the salesman of the tarot deck. And so here I am wondering, and I've been looking here and looking back. I'm looking back also to sort of think, well, things have been busy, it's quietening down a little bit now for one reason or another, which I won't, no need to go into, that's just economics of the world, and I'm exploring ways of how can I do this. So to me that lets me know that the reading is on track with what I'm wanting from this. And now I'm wondering, with what I've been doing in the past, just relying on my skills and word of mouth is working, and that whether that is what I need to do to keep going. Do I keep going like that? And also what I want to see happen is I want to see that I'm doing something, because it's at a standstill, and I believe it's going to continue to be at a standstill, and I need to do one thing to wiggle out of this situation to achieve the goal that I want to achieve and what I'm asking the cards. And so putting that all together, I have been in the past just been relying on my wits and charm to get it all happening, and it's sort of now not working, and it's come to a standstill, but I'm not happy for it to remain at a standstill, so I need to do one thing to wiggle it and make some sort of change. And the cards are saying with this spread of the cross, the best way to do this, so this is what you do this. Take action with the Chariot, take charge, get things moving, because this is what I need to do. And the bottom part is the 5 of the cross, it's what not to do, and the cards are saying it's best to avoid just pouring stuff in and hoping it's going to work. Now, when I read this in context to my question of is it a good idea to pour money into social media advertising to advertise my readings, I think I need to do a combination of things and not just pour money into social media hoping that's the golden thing that's going to do it. I believe it's up to me to take charge. Maybe I need to get around and see more people, leave my card in places, and get out there a little bit more, marketing myself with that. And do not pour money into social media marketing, because I could be pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring in with little results and lots of hope. And there I have the cards with that. So getting back to this part here, what I should do, I'm going to just sort of put a couple of cards on. If I do that, what can I expect? If I do get out and about more, socialize more, take charge more, put myself out there more, step up that little bit, what can I expect? And I can expect an offer of some money, provided I stay focused on the prize, and I can expect a lot more happiness. And when I first put that card down, the first thing I got was that someone is going to give me an offer of where I can read somewhere. I just, that intuition come about it. I tend to read pictures over reading book meanings. However, I do know book meanings, if that makes sense. Well, I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of this reading of the cross and the benefits of it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. If you like this video, please like and share, and once again, thanks for watching. Your energy is important. Bye for now. That is